What's up, guys? Jahoot here, and this is a bit of anything where I do a bit of everything. Rather it's something I'm passionate about, something suggested from one of my supporters, or something I find amusing at the moment. And at the moment, I'm actually quite devastated. It was a train derailment right down the street from my home, and I didn't get to witness it in person. Only the aftermath of what happened. But you know what? I'm going to recreate my own train crash. And what better way to do that than with lifelike
Super City Elevated Rails.
Yeah, this is a double train review. So climb aboard and let's talk about it. Fun fact about lifelike train sets. They suck. And they actually know that. You see, they were known as a down market brand. Therefore, they was only selling low quality engines, train sets to basically finesse their way of selling just the accessories that they were originally doing. The company was funded by two brothers back in the 70s. What they tried to really do was try to be different. They tried to alienate themselves by trying to be ahead of a market that just limit them into crashing and burning, because you cannot do nothing with this on any type of layout besides make it just have a solid regular loop. Even if you try to add a double rail to it, you're limited on your curves because either the track is gonna have to come up short on one line or you're just gonna overlap, because again, it's always gonna be a 36-inch radius curve, limited. Because now they're trying to eliminate using conjoiners because they think this is a pesky problem, when only this is a problem if someone is very irresponsible with their own layout. I prefer easy tracks. A lot of people have their own preferences versus these are called power locks. And like I said, basically all you do is conjoin these together, they snap, electric current is supposed to flow through from these little metal rods, but because these are very cheap metal rails, they can get dirty real quick and not be able to transfer power. Honestly, these are not even worth trying to keep clean because again, like I said, you only limited to a certain range. Seeing lifelike when it in its early days of their older sets before they tried to be more, creative with their boxes and styles, they was coming hard with some train sets. Like nearly every set would come with a little mat just to add landscape, cars, towers and stuff. And it was like, they was actually quality, not quality, but if you really wanted to have a train set that gives off what a model rail set is, they were doing that. Other train sets like Bachmann were just so limited because they did focus more towards the quality. Because this set includes things that made me think that this was probably the pinnacle. Like other than the Freightline USA set, I thought this was probably the second best one that they had to offer. It includes a fire station, a police station, and a elevated passenger station. But then that's when I discovered this set is actually a rebrand, a down market, as they will consider themselves. One day I was on eBay and I discovered this. This is the train set that all collectors would probably want. But again, because of the quality of these train sets, it doesn't really hold a value. But again, think about what's really being presented in this train set. This is the Thomas set if you were a 5-year-old. I swear to God, this has everything. Matter of fact, let's read off exactly what it does have. Give me my pad. This set includes a GP38-2 locomotive, Union Pacific at that, not Santa Fe. A F7 locomotive, just like what I already got, okay, fine. A caboose, 3 passenger cars, a bi-level auto carrier. Come on, man. A bi-level, it got He got an auto rack car instead of a box car. Oh my goodness. Okay. Flashing storage tower, we don't have that. Belvedere Hotel, we don't have that. National Oil Company kit, we don't have that. Oh, this is the kicker right here. This one broke me. Listen to this. Used car lot scene. Used car lot scene. A used car lot scene? This set includes a used car lot scene?
Let me tell you something, son. A driver don't pick the car. The car will pick the driver. It's a mystical bond between man and machine.
Let's just keep going. Sheet grass mat paper. This doesn't come with a grass mat. That comes with a grass mat. You see that, grass mat. Sheet lake paper. I don't even know what that is, but I'm gonna assume that it's supposed to look like a lake. This doesn't come with that. Bag earth material, doesn't come with that. Bag path material, doesn't come with that. Bottle of glue, doesn't come with that. My heart is broken. Like, this is like truly an awesome set. And because of that, if this video gets 100 likes, I will buy this set and destroy it. Because this set is definitely getting destroyed. Because since it wants to be cheap, we're gonna see its durability too. 100 likes, and I will buy this set, and I will destroy it. Looking at this thing is just straight monstrosity. Like, this is horrendous. Like, the lack of detail that this thing contributes to anything to your layout is like piss poor. This is not something you even want to display to anybody. Like, this is just something you just want to give to a kid. The lack of detail in this, like, again, where they lacked in quality, they made for it in accessories, but the way they just said, fuck these trains is ridiculous. Like, look at the axles on this thing. Like, why are they exposed like that? Like, the goddamn handbars all overlap. Like, it's a little bit of space right here. You couldn't even put nobody right there if you really had like a little model figure. Like, this is a safety hazard. And goddamn inside is, look at that. Look at the inside. You can see the wires and shit. This ain't lifelike. This is a nightmare. The light bulbs in the back don't even have no like bulbs. The number plates are missing. Whatever this is, they just not worried about it. Like, all that exposure. Same as the front. Bottom, tires, metal wheels. I'm gonna assume that this was manufactured in June 12th, 2008, because why else would you put a date right there? But yeah, lifelike, made in China, typical. But in comparison, this model is a Bachmann. In comparison, this is a Bachmann model. Clearly you can see a lot more detail. Just see how the fuel tank is just actually touching damn near the brakes, and this one is just like a gaping hole. Like, what is that? I mean, get a better look at the cab. You actually got a better trim on the lights up here. They actually have numbers this time. The cab itself isn't all chaotic with wiring. You can actually see. You could probably put somebody in there if you wanted to. Axles on these things are better. You see that? See how the wheels are completely covered? Actually got more detail, like the air brakes. You can look at this and just tell like there's more thought into this, and then you just look at that and you like, what is this bullshit right here? Like, what is that? Now let's talk about the F7. Oh man. Now, fun fact about me, my first train set, electric train set, was the Lifelike NASCAR's collaboration train, and it was an F7. I liked these diesels back then just because like they had like a bulldog look to them, so they were a little more iconic and recognizable. As you see, this one has a slightly more detail. Like, it has the axle exactly like the way I would prefer versus what the other one was. But in terms of what the body is, it's pretty accurate, somewhat a little bulky. Painting is just horrible, but the cab isn't monstrous. Wiring is still exposed, but at least they put numbers on her, but it just looks weird. The top of the roof, in comparisons to a much better quality. Now this one is a little hefty. As you can see, which one has a little more detail as far as like she tells you the fuel tank right here. You see on the sides right here, like they open. At least on this one, no. Whoop, 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 whoop. Inside, all you see is the light bulb. For some reason, this one is fatter, like, but they pretty much are identical, so no complaints up there. The back, more details, of course. Glass, no glass. Metal wheels in the back, tires in the front. Same date. Now let's talk about this bullshit right here. Y'all can look at this and tell this is absolutely garbage. I mean, don't get me wrong. I somewhat appreciate the cheapness in this because the fact that they actually put people in the windows, it kind of gives me that reminder of those little cheap Lionel toys that I had when I was a kid. If you know, you know. But it's just the fact that, once again, no windows, nothing to block. So you can definitely end up accidentally piercing this shit. Again, credit to them for at least putting like passengers in there in the cheapest way possible. Kudos to that. But these coaches are just cheap plastic. Like, look at that, the bottom, like the wheel connection to light these up are just so pitiful that if they would have just at least put windows, this would have been probably a much better experience. I mean, to have, like, to own these is so cheap. So cheap. Like, no windows at all. No weight. Like, this has no weight. This is extremely light. This is garbage. This is just insane. Like, let's just take a look at that one more time. Like, look at that. Like, that's just bonkers. That is a straight middle school science experiment. Like, that is insane, man. Like, y'all cannot be this serious. Like, lifelike, what is this? Like, how dare y'all call yourself lifelike and then half-ass it like that? Like, I get what y'all trying to do. Like, let's look at this. Look at that. Do y'all see that? These are paper. This is a tape. They just taped it on. Like, come on. Like, y'all could've, nah, man, come on, dog. Like, come on, bro. Y'all can't be serious. Y'all, this is why y'all probably went out of business. Like, y'all is just, like, again, I get what y'all doing, and I appreciate it in a way, but no. The dome car is even, like, pretty pitiful. Like, they even recycle images in here, you see, like, there's more people on this side somehow. They got more windows. My dude's smoking on the train. Like, these people got all the windows down. It's probably hot on that bitch. Like, this motherfucker probably ain't got no air because it's running off this goddamn crazy shit. Motherfucker running off a goddamn battery. And there you have it, folks. The train's running at a well speed, but let's just get a little closer. Y'all hear that? That don't sound like a good motor, does it? That don't sound like a train to you, does it? No. That sounds like something, a motor is like grinding hard, you know? It's belly aching to hear, you know? It's scratching. It's scratching. It sounds like a scratching surface. Nobody wants to hear that shit. So therefore, once again, making this have very less play value because it's loud for no reason. But at the same time, when you look at it, it kind of holds some type of value. Like, it wants to have potential of a nice train set, but it just falls flat. Like, again, with the radius of the curves, as you see, like, they are exactly identical. They couldn't like put the track inside the other track because they just don't sell different radius. Welcome to Train Fights. Over in this corner, we got the F7 straight from the heavens. Will it make it on time to its passenger train, or will it come off the tracks? Let's find out. Over in this corner, we got the GP38-2. Will it make it across the tracks with its crew as it is carrying a dangerous chemical train? They still moving. He ain't giving up. He ain't giving up. Did the GP38 just win? Oh my God. No. Well, no real damage has been harmed, so I guess the durability of these crashes, either they are just too weak or they just are that destructible. But we're gonna see in a second.
You whisper, good morning, so gently in my ear. I'm coming back to you, baby. I'll soon be there. I'll soon be there.
Well, I hope this video showcased exactly why I do not like lifelike trains. Again, This is a good train set for somebody that is 8 years old that's just leaving from collecting Thomas toys and now want to get into something a little more mature. But again, what I say, where they lack in quality, they make up for it in accessories. And that's the only thing worth keeping off these sets is the accessories. The trains, throwaways. The tracks, worthless. Honestly, I am truly shocked at the durability of these trains because given the height that it just fell from, the only damage that this one received was just broken steps and a missing couple. Now this one took a little hard damage as far as it missing windows, a crack on the hood, and yeah, the wiring ended up coming out. But even still, all I gotta do is hot wire it back into it and it'll be working again. The simplicity of lifelike trains. But anyway, I'm Jahoot. This is a bit of anything. If you like what you've seen, like and subscribe, comment below. Let me know some other train sets that y'all potentially would like to see me destroy. But first, get this video to 100 likes and I will buy the City Express train set myself and destroy it. I'm out.
The Transformers will return after these messages. Tyco's new Chattanooga Choo-Choo, smokes and whistles.
You see the smoke a-puffin', roughin', huffin' out of the stack. Watch it as it chugs and chugs along on the track. Whistle for a warning every night and morning. Woo-woo, Chattanooga by Tyco.